Good day, boys and girls. Welcome to another class. Today we are going to be doing our Reading Future 2 books, and we are doing Unit 15, right? And Unit 15 is about how a factory makes food. Okay? So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is I want to ask you a question about, can you get the notepad please? I want to ask you guys a question about the snacks which you guys enjoy eating, the snacks that you like to eat. So, for example, when I am watching a movie, I love eating chips, okay? And another word for chips that you guys can find is crisps, okay? We also call it crisps. So chips. I like to eat something sweet like chocolate as a snack. I also like cookies. What else do I like to eat? What about candy? Ooh, I love candy. All right. Anything else? Other snacks that I like to eat? Do you guys know? So, I say cookies already. All right. So cookies. Another word for cookies, you can also have biscuits. Okay. So you might come across this word and crisps, biscuits and crisps when you are hearing other people speak English. So, yeah, these are just some of the snacks that I enjoy. In our lesson today, we are going to learn how a particular snack is made, okay? And they make this snack in a factory. So a factory, a big building where they make different kinds of things, all right? So they make cars in a factory, clothes, many different things are made in a factory. And our lesson today is going to be about how they make chips in a factory. Okay, so let's get started, and what we're going to do is we will look at the vocabulary first. Alright, so in our books, our vocabulary words we have over here. The first one is degree. Okay, degree. The next word we have is harvest. Harvest. 3 is ship. 4, blade. 5 is slice. And the last word is peel. Okay, so let's just look at the vocabulary and the phonic sounds again. So degree, can you please say it at home? Degree. Next one is harvest. 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 Okay. Ship. Ship. Blade. Blade. Alright, can you guys say it? Slice. Slice. And the last word is peel. Peel. Okay? Now, let's just say it one more time so everybody. Degree. Harvest. Ship. Blade. Slice. And peel. Okay, now what do these words mean? First, you will see degree is, it looks like this, okay? Or I should first tell you what it is. So a degree, this is how hot something is. How hot something is. Alright, for example, today it was quite hot in Taiwan. It was, I think, 32 degrees today. Right, so it was 32 degrees. And when they talk about degrees, they normally have a sign to show which degrees we are talking about. Okay, so one of the signs over here is a big C with a dot, a dot or circle on top, and this means degrees Celsius. All right, so today it was 32 degrees Celsius. Another measurement of degrees is Fahrenheit. All right, so you can also get degrees Fahrenheit, which is what they use in America. All right, Fahrenheit. Pretty sure. Let me just check my spelling for Fahrenheit quickly. Yeah, that's correct. So Fahrenheit. All right. Yes, that's perfect. Yes, so degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit, and they are a little bit different, okay? But the important thing is to know that degree refers to how hot something is. All right, so it can be 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and for interest sake, let's actually check how much that is in Fahrenheit. I'm going to take a guess and think it's about 100 Fahrenheit. 32, let me see. It's actually, so 32 degrees Celsius is equal to 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so Fahrenheit higher than Celsius. All right, so very interesting. If you've seen these signs before, then I think now you guys know what exactly they mean. All right. The next word is harvest. All right. So harvest. This means to collect, or normally farmers will say pick fruit from a tree when it is ready, and another word for ready is ripe. All right, well, only for foods or fruit, right? So to collect or pick fruit from a tree when it is ready or when it is ripe. So you can harvest fruits and vegetables at a farm because they grow it at a farm. Okay, next vocabulary word over there, guys, is ship. Okay, so we all know what a ship is, okay, but that is the noun. Now this ship over here is a verb, and I'm going to explain it to you. So ship, a long time ago, right, they used to only have ships to travel across to far places, right? No airplanes, no cars, no scooters, no bikes, right? None of those, no buses. Those things did not exist, or was not around. We only had ships to travel to the different places. So the only way you could send something to another country far away is to travel by ship. All right, so now today we still use the word ship to talk about sending things to faraway places or to send things to a different place. So the word ship means to send things away to other places. All right, sorry, it's a bit faded. To other places. Send things away to other places. All right. So if you want to ship a box, you ship a box via an airplane, or you ship it via a truck. Okay, but ship is the verb, so I should put a V there. All right. So send things away. Next one is a blade. This is something that is very sharp. All right, and sharp means that it can cut something. it can cut something. So a knife has a blade on it. Alright, so if this is if I use this over here, and I know you guys know that I'm very horrible at drawing, so please don't laugh, or well, laugh if it's funny, ha ha ha. Alright, so this over here, I tried to make a blade. This part is the blade, okay, and this is where you handle it. So this is the handle, and this is the blade. So this part of the knife is where you cut it, where you cut something. All right, you can cut your food, cut your fruit, cut your vegetables. Okay. Last two words, everybody, is slice. So the word slice over here, let me just go back to black. The word slice means to cut. So to cut something into thin, so very thin, so thin, not wide, but thin pieces. Alright, so to cut something into thin pieces, this means to slice it. Alright, I like to slice my tomatoes. Alright, I like to slice my mango. Alright, so I slice it into thin pieces. Last word is peel. This means to remove. So remove means to take away. To remove the skin off of the fruit or vegetables. Okay, so you can peel it off. All right, and we have different vegetables. For example, a potato. A potato has brown or yellowish skin, okay, on top or around the potato. And if you peel the potato, you are taking away the brown skin, and underneath you have like some white starchy material, okay? So that is to peel it. All right, so it's brown on the outside and you peel it, and now the potato is very, very white. All right, so you can peel potatoes. People peel apples. You need to peel your banana. You can't just eat a banana. You have to take the skin off of the banana and then you can eat it. Okay, so that's what peel means. All right, everybody, let's quickly just say these vocabulary words one more time, and then we'll move on. Okay, so everybody, degree, harvest, ship, blade, slice, and peel. All right. So I want you guys to please write down these vocabulary words somewhere in your book and use the examples and the definitions over here to answer your questions on page 64. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you guys can do that now, and then we are going to read the story. All right, so I hope everybody has this over here. If you don't, you can pause it, okay, and then write it down. Okay, so yeah, please complete this part over here, and then I think that everybody should be finished now. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers now to see, so that you can see if you got them right. So degree, number one, degree. This is how hot something is. You can see the sun and hot and the numbers over here. So it is a unit for measuring temperature. All right, degree. How hot something is, how many degrees. 2 is harvest, right? You pick the fruit. So you collect food from the place where it grows. And then number three is ship, right? So you send something by boat, plane, or truck. Okay? Next word over here is blade. So a flat, sharp tool to use to cut, slice a thin piece of food. All right? And the last one is peel. It means to take, to take the skin off a vegetable or fruit. Alright, so those are the vocabulary words. I hope you guys got them right. Okay, if you did not, please fix some of the answers. Alright, and now we are going to read together. So let's get started. Okay, now class, as you can see, this lesson is not very long, but it is important that you guys understand what comes first and what comes next and then and finally. Okay, so it's important to know what they do first, and then you will better be able to answer the questions on the following pages. Okay, so it's important you know step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100. Okay, all right, let's get started. I will read first like last time, and then I want you to please read at home when I read the second time. All right, so let's go. 3, 2, 1. So how a factory makes food. Sorry, can we just zoom in a little bit, please? Okay, great, thank you. All right, people all over the world love potato chips. Okay, now you and I. People all over the world love potato chips. Let's learn about how a plain potato turns into delicious, crunchy chips. Let's go. Let's learn about how a plain potato turns into delicious, crunchy chips. After farmers harvest potatoes, they ship the best ones to a factory. Let's read that again, sorry. After farmers harvest potatoes, they ship the best ones to a factory. Here are the steps that take place in the factory. Let's go. Here are the steps that take place in the factory. All right. So now we're going to talk about the steps to follow. So the first one is, not the first one, but the topic over here is preparation, how to get it ready. Okay. So let's do the steps. Can we please zoom up? Alright, so we'll start with the preparation. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then cooking is 4 and 5. Let's go. So preparation. Okay. Step 1. Machines peel the skins off the potatoes. Let's read again. Machines peel the skins off the potatoes. Step 2. Blades cut the potatoes into very thin slices. Blades cut the potatoes into very thin slices. Number 3. Machines wash and dry the chips. Machines wash and dry the chips. Now it's for the cooking part, okay? So let's see, 4 and 5. Step 4. Robots put the chips in 350 degree oil and cook them for 4 minutes. Okay, so robots put the chips in 350-degree oil and cook them for 4 minutes. Step 5. The chips go to a different machine in the factory. Right? Let's practice again. The chips go to a different machine in the factory. It adds salt. So this machine, it adds salt. Okay? Can we please scroll down? Alright. Last part is packaging. So it's like, what box do you put it in, or what paper do you find it in when you are at the store? Okay, so let's see. Step 6, the last one. Machines put the potato chips in bags. So machines put the potato chips in bags. Right, so the bag that you get when you buy it, and you have to open the bag and then you can chow the chips. Alright, so those are the 6 steps we need to know about how machines make potato chips. Okay, now what we're going to do next is I'm going to look at this reading one more time, and I'm going to explain some of the steps and some of the words to you so that you can better understand the words and the sentences. Okay, so can we zoom in just a little to 80, please? Thank you very much. Alright, so how a factory makes food, let's figure it out. So people all over the world love potato chips. Alright, so over here you can see this is a picture of the potato chips, and this is the bag of potato chips. So of course, potato chips, it's made from potatoes. That's why they call it potato chips. So let's learn about how a plain potato turns into delicious crunchy chips. So we all know delicious, it means tasty, and crunchy, where is it? Oh yeah, crunchy. So crunchy, this means it's how hard or soft something is. Alright, so it can be, so it's hard, and when it breaks into 2. Alright, so it can break into 2 pieces, or even many pieces. Alright, so it's crunchy. Alright, so I don't know, think of glass. When glass breaks, you can hear the sound. That is the crunch. Okay, or you can think of a soda can, and you crunch the soda can, it makes a sound. Okay, and of course potato chips, you bite a piece, it makes a sound. So that is crunch and crunchy. Okay, let's continue. After farmers harvest potatoes, they ship the best ones to a factory. So they collect it, they harvest it, and then they ship it. They send it to a factory somewhere. Alright, the factory pays the farmer for the potato chips, or just the potatoes. It's not chips yet. Now, let's have a look. Here are the steps that take place in the factory. Okay, so they ship it to the factory, and now they'll tell you what the factory does to turn potatoes into potato chips. Step 1, machines peel the skins off the potatoes. So the machine, it's like a robot that does one thing, and they peel it. So they cut the skin off, and then blades cut the potatoes into very thin slices. So think of a potato chip in a bag, like Lay's, right? It's very, very thin, alright, very, very thin, and you can just put it in your mouth. So they cut it into thin slices. Machines wash and dry the chips, so of course the machine throws water and whatever, it rinses and washes it, right? Next, robots put the chips in 350-degree oil and cook them for 4 minutes. 350-degree oil, so that is very hot, okay? We cannot survive. Today is 32 degrees and this is 350, right, times 32 by more than 10, all right? So 350, this is very hot. And cook them for 4 minutes, so they throw it in the oil for 4 minutes. The chips go to a different machine in the factory which adds salt. So the machine will add the salt, okay? And then the last step, machines put the potato chips in bags. So they throw it in and it fits into the bag and they close the bag and then 7-Eleven has the chips and then we're all happy, right? Okay, so I think that's most of it that you guys need to know, all right? Now, remember, you need to know this process, what happens first, second, third, until 6, to be able to answer the next questions in your book, okay? But let's quickly have a look at page 65 and try to answer the questions over there. Okay. First one. Oh, before I do this, can you guys please try to answer the questions on your own? Pause the video because I'm going to give you the answers in a few seconds. All right? So let's just have a look over here. Let's go to the vocabulary skills first. All right, number 1. All right, hope you guys are ready. What does they refer to in the reading? So is it potatoes, farmers, or chips? Can we have a look at the word they, please? So, all right, yeah, so it's over here. So it says, after farmers harvest potatoes, they ship the best ones to a factory. So who ships it to the factory? So after farmers harvest, they ship it. So it's the farmers. Can we please go to the questions? All right, so it should be B, farmers. 2, what does them refer to in the reading? Them refer to in the reading. Over here. So it says, robots put their chips in 350-degree oil and cook them for 4 minutes. So what do they cook for 4 minutes? Of course, they cook the chips. So can we please go to the vocabulary questions? Right, so they cook the chips. All right, so just for reference over there, remember farmers, number 1, and number 2, chips. Okay, now we have the reading skills, and remember, for the reading skills, please only underline one sentence, guys. Only one sentence. If you underline one sentence, I know that you know where the answer is, if your sentence is correct, of course. All right, so let's have a look. What do farmers do with the potatoes after they harvest them? So important, after they harvest, after and harvest, right? After they harvest them. So let's have a look for potato, the word potatoes and harvest. All right, I see harvest, I see potatoes right there. So it says, and I see the word after. So after farmers harvest potatoes, they ship the best ones to a factory. So number 1 would be, so you could actually just write the whole sentence. So they ship the best ones to a factory. So that is number 1. So I'll take that away and I'll put number 1 over there. All right, I hope you guys got that one right. Number 2, can we please see the question for number 2? Okay. Excuse me. After cooking and adding salt to the chips, what is the next step? So next step, so after cooking and adding salt, What is the next step? Underline the sentence in the passage. So I'm going to look for keywords like after cooking and adding salt. What is next? Okay, so those are the keywords I'm looking for. Let's check quickly. Can we look at the reading, please? So after adding salt, I remember. So I'm just trying to look for the word salt somewhere. Wash and dry the chips. No. Put chips in 350 degree, cook them. It says, there we go, salt, right? So it says, the chips go to a different machine in the factory.